When picking a survival knife, you shouldn't think about pocket knives. A standard survival knife is bigger than them, regardless of your preference. Ideally, they should come with long, fixed blades and offer outstanding durability to handle the most rugged tasks and jobs on the field. But of course, not all knives have the same qualities, so I'm here to suggest what I assume are the best ones right now. What's up, fellow preppers? I'm Ted from Ant Prepper, and today I'll be naming some of the best survival knives you can buy right now, regardless of your budget. These knives are ideal for bushcraft, but they can also help you accomplish other errands that require the service of a sharp, rugged blade. By the way, I am not getting any sponsorships from the products that I am about to mention here. Before I begin, I humbly ask each of you to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Those little clicks will help me create more videos that are helpful to preppers and those who simply want to survive this crazy world. Now let's get started. Mossy Oak Survival Knife. Not all people are willing to spend big on survival knives. I get it. You simply want a knife that works, but at a price that won't put a dent in your bank account. Surely survival is also about being thrifty, right? If you are in the same boat, then you should check out this frugal survival knife from Mossy Oak. Featuring a 10-inch stainless steel blade and a weight of about 16 ounces or so, this knife is an ideal utility tool for those who want to stay on budget. Although it's cheap, its quality isn't. The stainless steel blade comes with a black finish. It's not the sharpest there is, but boy, it can pry, dig, and chop things really well. Its value is further boosted by the fact it comes with a sharpening steel, so out from the box, there's already a means for you to keep the blade's edge as sharp as it should be. But because of its price, you need to understand that it has some limitations. For example, it's not a full tang, so don't be surprised that the blade steel ends at its rubber handle. So that particular point, or where the handle and blade meet, is admittedly the weakest part of the knife. And since the blade has a clip point design, it's not impervious to breakages. So in the grand scheme, this survival knife requires extra care and should be limited to not-so-rugged tasks. Boker plus Outdoorsman Fixed Knife. This fixed knife from Boker is definitely another great option for an affordable survival knife. Well, this one is priced higher than the Mossy Oak, which is about $50 per piece or so, but it already has good qualities that would make it more rugged and reliable for extensive use. The thing features a full-tang 3.7-inch blade made from 12 C27 stainless steel and has a titanium finish for optimal durability, even when exposed to harsh elements. The blade also has a nice thickness of 4.3 millimeters, which, when combined with its drop-point design, enables the knife to become an all-rounder. You can use it for general field tasks, hunting, or even combat if the situation arises. One of the things that you'll notice first about this knife is that it comes with a protruding pommel, or the end of the knife handle. As you can see, it extends outwards, which is not an accident since it functions as a small hammer. With this feature, the Outdoorsman fixed knife not only helps cut and slice things, but also accomplishes tasks that require hammering or pounding. I highly value this feature as in actual survival situations, you can't expect that you can carry many tools with you. Having a hammer and a knife at the same time can be a lifesaver in some cases. The handle of his knife is also a huge factor why I love to recommend it as a survival tool. The handle is made from CFC, or carbon fiber composite, but let's call it CFC, and this handle is coated by a thermoplastic rubber. While this sounds flashy, this handle is simply meant to give your hands a comfortable and secure grip over the knife. So even in wet conditions, you can still wield the Outdoorsman efficiently. Benchmade Raghorn. Though I really hate to admit it, the quality of your tools can be determined by their respective prices. Surely you might find a $400 knife too expensive, but if you want a knife that can actually survive against rugged and consistent use, then you need to pay for it. And yes, the Benchmade Raghorn is the $400 survival knife that I am talking about. This thing only weighs a little less than 2 ounces, but is surprisingly rugged and sharp. It has a blade that measures 4 inches long, while the entire thing is close to 9 inches. It's definitely not small, but not as big as other bushcraft knives out there. Of course, the Raghorn appeals a lot to survival and outdoor folks due to its feather-light design. As I said, it's less than 2 ounces, so you can actually carry this knife without having to worry about its weight. But make no mistake, the Raghorn is actually tough and durable. I was able to use this one during a hunting trip, and it's among the few knives that I used that didn't dull in the middle of dressing a game, which speaks a lot about its blade's retention. Well, this shouldn't be a surprise. considering that it uses CPM crewware steel on its full-tang blade. Meanwhile, the edge is processed via a proprietary procedure of Benchmade, which makes it extremely sharp and fresh from the box. At the same time, this same procedure ensures that its sharpness remains for long periods. And the cherry on top is its orange Cerakote ceramic coating that lets you see the knife even if it's dark. Had it not for its price, this knife would be the ideal compact survival knife. SOI Pillar. I want to mention the SOI Pillar here. It's a great survival knife, as in terms of utility and value, this one is far better than what most survival knives can offer. It's not a cheap knife, but it is not as expensive as the Raghorn. I like that it's just less than $200, but already has the ideal features you would need from a bushcraft tool. Right from the get-go, this knife is very sharp and easy to hold, and if appearance matters to you, then yes, the SOI Pillar looks good. Its construction is well balanced and properly weighted. It is about 7 ounces or so, while its blade, which is made from CPM S35VN steel, is 5 inches long and downright solid. As I've mentioned, the Pillar has a sharp edge. This one slices meat and veggies like butter, and it can skin my trophies effortlessly. It also has enough toughness that it cuts through sticks. The knife is really capable of handling different tasks on the field, so I am more than down to vouch for it for anyone who needs a reliable, survivable knife. Plus, there's also the fact that its handle is ergonomic. The thing is made from canvas micarta, which, if you don't know, is a material known for its durability and imperviousness to moisture. Nobody wants to hold a sticky and wet handle, after all. Once you hold the handle, you'll definitely feel its grippy but comfortable texturing. Additionally, the handle includes a finger choil and pronounced jimping on its spine. This is meant for enhanced control and precision when wielding this knife. So overall, the SOI Pillar doesn't disappoint as a survival tool, despite having a surprising sticker price. Helen Nord. I am very much comfortable recommending the Helen Nord as a survival knife. For a knife, this isn't actually a cheap purchase, similar to the Raghorn. It's well over $200, so it's not actually something that many people are willing to buy as their first survival knife. But from a utility standpoint, I think every penny you pour on the Nord won't cause any regrets. The Helen Nord weighs about 13 ounces, and this thing is composed of a 5.79-inch stainless steel blade and a 4-inch curly handle made from birch. The stainless steel used on its blade isn't ordinary either. It's actually a 14C28N stainless steel, which exhibits high resistance to rust and stains, even if there's little maintenance. This is one of the integral qualities of the Helen Nord since it's realistically difficult to oil and dry a knife regularly once you are doing tasks on the field, or when you are trying to survive. There's also the fact that its blade has the right thickness. According to specifications, the blade of the Helen Nord is about 3.7 millimeters thick, which is sufficient for doing woodwork and bushcraft. But at the same time, this blade thins down, thanks to its drop point feature. So what this means is that this knife is also great for simple cutting and slicing. It's an all-rounder, and that's what you really want for a survival knife.